Okay.
Welcome everybody. Welcome in everybody. Welcome everybody on Facebook Live. We're gonna be starting on the app like always. We got a very special guest. Our first guest of the year, Miss Ida.
Ada.
Ada. Apologize, Ada.
Harvey.
So, Harvey. We're gonna be starting in a few minutes, and hopefully everybody will enjoy the show. We have a very important topic this week, and like I said, I hope everybody enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, I would like to welcome you to another episode of Jay and Ralph's House. The only podcast on the internet that you can speak freely and will not get banned. Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Jay and Ralph's House with your host, DJ Master J and Ralph C, and special guest host Joe Gallo.
Welcome in everybody. Welcome. We're on Facebook Live. We also live on the app. We got a very special guest in the house tonight. And we're going to be talking about a very important topic that's happening all over the world, not only in New York, Pennsylvania, it's all over the world. Ralph, what's going on? How was your holidays?
It was great. Happy New Year, Master J.
Happy
it's
New
good
Year.
to see you.
Likewise.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Our first show of the year of 2026.
Yes, and I want to thank everybody tuning in. This is a very soft subject. I know a lot of people were talking to me about it, and it's something that people should learn about. They should know about because, to me, and when you work in the schools, you see a lot of it.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing a lot of young kids with this illness, and mental illness is no joke anymore.
Yes.
The girl from Texas.
Yes.
She committed suicide. She was 19 years old. And the thing that really ticks me off is that I don't know if the mother was getting her help or they're just saying, she's just growing up.
Yes.
I think parents need to realize that if you see something wrong, you need to
say something.
Yeah, you need to fix it.
Yes.
So,
well, we got a special guest in the house. Why don't you introduce our special guest?
So, let me just say how I met her real quick.
All right.
So I was in the bank, Bethpage Federal or Four Leaf.
Federal, yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want. I don't even know what it's called anymore. And big shout out to them too, because they're really good people. I'm telling you, they're so nice when you go in there. So anyway, when I go in there, I either talk about the show or I talk about myself.
And you collect all your money.
Yes. And that day I was talking about the podcast.
Oh, wow.
So Ada was right next to me. She was on the other, I think she was on my left.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes. And I think she heard me talking about the podcast. So she turned around and said to me, I always wanted to do my own podcast. So I explained to her, it's not easy, but, listen, if you want to do it, you go out and do it. You, don't hesitate, but it's not easy. You gotta put it together, and you have to make sure that you have the right people. Like John is the right person for me, because I could sit here and talk, but John does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And I said to her, "Come on the show. You could come on the show." And when she said to me what she wants to talk about, which is mental illness, I booked her right there.
Yeah.
So let's say hello. Say hello.
Hello, everyone that's out there listening or watching. I appreciate the support, and this subject is very close to my heart and close to my home.
So, how did you get into the subject of mental illness?
First of all, I've always been interested in the medical because I used to work at the hospital. I wasn't a doctor or anything, but I was always into the anatomy, the mind, the body, and preaching to people about taking care of their health and things like that. And as I got older, learning about mental illness and seeing it firsthand, not only in my family, but in many people's families and with many people who don't realize they have mental illness, or they choose not to want to go to a therapist because they think if you go to a therapist, you know, you get the stigma like you're crazy. That's not true.
But why do people think because you go see a therapist that people are going to judge you and say that you're crazy? And
That's I've heard that all my life, growing up as I got older. And for me, majority of the people that I've heard it from have been my own African American people. You know, just like they won't go to doctors. Not only them, a lot of people won't even go to a doctor for fear of finding out something might be wrong. And one of the subjects is going to see a therapist because a lot of people have a lot of problems, and you look at people and you think that they're doing fine. They're wearing a smiling face, but they're in so much pain inside. And I was one of those people. I am one of those people that carry a lot of pain. I'm a very emotional person, and I really care about other people. And I hurt when I see other people hurt. And I know now the signs of what mental illness and depression is, and what it can do to your life, and how it can stagnate you and leave you immobile where you don't want to do anything. I mean, not even get up to take a 5-minute shower. That's how depressed you can get and anxious. And a lot of people just won't take that first step and go see a therapist. It helps even if you got a friend that you could talk to. It's different when you go to a therapist. They're not telling you what to do. They're trying to help you figure out a way to cope with what you're dealing with and a better way to cope with it. And a lot of doctors pump people up with a lot of pills and, lithium and Valiums and opioids and things like that. But also I realized over the past few years, it is starting out to be so many younger people. It's not like people up in age anymore. It's like really young people, like dealing with schizophrenia, paranoia, manic, anxiety, depression. I mean, to the point where they commit suicide because it's an overload. You got the racing thoughts. I deal with that. The racing thoughts.
when did you know that you had an illness like this? When did you figure it out, or did somebody tell you to go to the doctors?
No, I had to do something. I mean, between what really put me in a deeper depression was when I started losing family members, not to mention things going on in my own personal life. And what really threw me kind of like over the edge into the anxiety and the deep depression was the losses of my loved ones who I was very dear to. I took care of them through their illnesses and things and watched them die. And I realized that I just didn't feel like, it's almost like you're in a fog and you don't know how to get out of it, or you're like on a hamster wheel and you just turn into, your mind is just going. And I take medication to help me go to sleep because the racing thoughts are terrible. It's like you wish you could turn off your brain. And I'm thinking about things that are not just about me. It's about my other family members. It's about people close to me. And it's about people in general, because I know what it's like to hurt like that. And when my brother passed, I stayed in the depression. I lost about 20 pounds. I was never a big person. And I couldn't even get out of the bed. I mean, literally, this bathroom is right next to my room, and I didn't feel like to get up, take a shower. I knew something had to be done because I couldn't stay like that. I was like that for almost 2 years. and I'm still trying to regain some of the weight, but I'm satisfied where I'm at right now. And I still deal with the pain and loss of the losses in my life. But I just want to say to everyone out there listening, don't be ashamed to go to a doctor if you're feeling like something's just not right. You got to listen to your intuition. And if you're a godly person like me, it's called discernment. You have to listen to that inner voice when you feel like you know something's just ain't right, but you can't put your finger on it. When you're feeling like everything is just building up in your mind and you're going from one thought to the next thought. You're trying to figure out this. You're trying to figure out that. You're wondering why this happened, that happened. You're trying to cope with the loss of loved ones and other people and negativity. It's a very, very bad feeling. It's a very, very bad feeling.
So you take medication to go to sleep, but
I take medication for my depression and my anxiety.
So during the whole day, do you take medication during the day, or only before you go to
I
bed?
just recently, because the medications that I've been on for years. So over time, they got to either increase it or try something else. My therapist, my psychiatrist I go to, she recommended what do you call it? She recommended it's like when somebody's sick and they're getting morphine, but they can't keep giving them morphine. They give them like a breakthrough.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So she prescribed, this is not too long ago, she prescribed, I told her, I go to sleep at night. I got all these racing thoughts. Sometimes they're so bad that even when I take the medicine, it's so bad, it's like it like breaks through the medicine. And I'm laying there 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning before I go to sleep. And I take the medicine for the breakthrough part. It's because I began to realize that I was starting to feel that way again, like I didn't want to get out of bed, like I didn't want to do anything. And it's probably because I don't get a good night's sleep most of the time. And it's the racing thoughts. And it kind of takes the edge off of it. It doesn't take it completely away, but it takes the edge off of it. And I could tell when it kicked in because I feel calmer on the inside. Because the depression and the anxiety, for me, leaves me with that feeling of dread, like doomed, like something's going to happen, but you don't know what's going to happen. And that's a terrible feeling. And in my case, when I have felt like that, I look at it as discernment, because every time I felt like that, something happened. I lost a family member. I get bad news that someone died that I was close to or something. And I hate that feeling, because it's almost like a jittery feeling in your stomach that just won't go away. And it's almost like a sadness you feel but don't know why you feel sad. And it's not like I lost people and that was the only time I felt like that. Sometimes it would just come over me like that doom feeling. And I told my psychiatrist, I said, I can't deal with this feeling of feeling all the time like something's, yes, I'm used to something happening because I have a huge family. If you know the Harvey family, my family is huge, and I've lost so many people, just like so many other people have lost people. But that's not where my depression started. I realized now when I look back on my teenage years and my relationships, I didn't know nothing about depression and anxiety then. But when I look in hindsight, my whole life has been built around depression.
So you think you had it since you were a kid?
I think I've had it since I was a kid.
And then when did you get diagnosed?
As I got older.
Oh, really?
As I got older, because, the older you get, the more problems
Yes.
you start to have and more things start to happen. People start to die that you love.
But you said something before that's interesting. You said that the African Americans are afraid to go to.
I feel personally, and I hope no one takes this as
It's just it that blows my mind, because
I can say that because I'm a African American. And
correct. But the thing that I don't understand is that mental illness doesn't care what color you are.
But that's what I want to let you know. I wasn't trying to narrow it down. I was
No. But what you said is,
it touches everybody.
Yeah.
It has no color.
But if you're African American and you're not going to the doctors. I mean, you got to go. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
I don't understand
Yes.
that.
Why I said for me and my African American culture,
Right.
for black people,
Yes.
depression and mental illness has no color, and I realize it has no age.
Correct.
You know, I picked out my African American people because they are known personally for me, talking to them and knowing of so many people. They're known for not wanting to go to the doctor for fear of finding out something.
I don't understand that. What you have
don't
to go to
understand
you
it, but
have
you
to
have-
go to the doctors.
No matter how much I try to, even with going through what I go through and me describing it to them, because I know it when I see it. You know, I know somebody's dealing with something, and I'm a very, very caring person. I don't even have to know you. You know, because every smiling face isn't smiling. There's a lot of sadness behind the eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And the inside.
Be-
And people talk to me,
Right.
you know, and I've always had people talk to me from a young age. So I guess this is God's predestined for me to talk about this subject because
It's very important
it's
subject.
very important, and young people aren't being taken seriously when their parents or people see them acting out in a certain way or doing certain things. And most of the time, you know, they end up on drugs. They end up being alcoholics to try to suppress the pain because some things are too either embarrassing for them to talk about or they just don't feel like nobody
But
cares.
parents should
pay more
not be
attention.
embarrassed by it because, and I know John will agree with me because he works in the schools, and I see it sometimes. These kids,
It's really sad.
you're talking about young kids.
That's what it's hitting the younger.
It's hitting the young, but I think it's because of, and if I'm wrong, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think social media has a lot to do with it. You know, I think bullying has a lot.
Yes.
I mean, that a lot of that stuff has to do with it. But listen, the parents need to see this.
They need to pay more attention.
They need to pay more attention and not be afraid to say, "Well, my son or daughter needs help.
Yes.
I'm going to get them help." Why are they so afraid of getting them help?
Because a lot of parents are in denial.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And
There's a
everybody's
denial.
trying to keep up with the Joneses and
Yeah,
keep up
it's
with
like-
the image. And it's sad because a lot of kids, teenagers or different younger people don't talk to their parents about what's going on with them.
Hmm.
So the parent thinks everything is okay. And then there's some parents that look at their child and you could tell that something's wrong, but they don't want to address it. And they put it on the back burner because they don't know how to deal with it.
But then you just said before, they get hooked on drugs also.
A lot of people with depression have taken their own life. You know, I know stories about people that I may not know personally, but I know them through someone that knew them. They took their own life, you know, because depression could put you in a state where you begin to feel worthless, like your life don't matter.
Hmm.
And you can't, if you don't feel you have a safe place to go to talk about it, that's where all the craziness comes in, you know, and the drugs and the alcohol and the pills or whatever they want to take to suppress that feeling, you know, and not have to feel that dread, that doom, or those thoughts that they're thinking. Or they won't go to their parents or even to a best friend and say, this is how I'm feeling. You
But
know?
then the best friend should say something to the
But see,
parents,
I
correct?
You said the best friend should say something to the parents?
Well, if the person goes to their friend and
Right.
says, "I'm depressed," or "I have anxiety," or "I feel like hurting myself," they should go right to the parents, correct?
Well, I never looked at it like that. I
Yeah.
would rather go to the person since I experienced it for myself.
Yeah.
You know? But
Well, it depends how young they are.
depends how young
Yes,
they are.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
And who you're dealing with. You know?
So it's very, you know, I'm not saying it's interesting, but you're very interesting because you had it during your younger years.
Younger years. I'm talking about like young.
So then what age, and you don't have to tell me, but When did you realize that what you had? It's tough, right?
It's not tough to say when I, I can only look at it in hindsight. You know, being
Right.
the age I am today,
Right.
I can only look at it in hindsight and see this is how I was feeling when I was this age,
Right.
and all the way up to now, and I'll be 70 years old.
You look good for 70.
I'll be 70. The Lord spare me
Yeah. You
this
look,
year.
but maybe you're here for a reason.
I am here.
You're
for
here for a
Maybe
reason.
God finally helped me find my purpose.
And I think absolutely, because and John, you can attest to this too.
Yeah.
Mental illness to me is the number one killer of young
Yes.
kids.
Yeah.
They can't find a place to go and talk about it because
And
they're
some of them are too
embarrassed.
That's what you say. They're
Yeah.
embarrassed.
Yeah, they're embarrassed
So
to face
they
it.
put on this facade,
Mm-hmm.
like everything's okay. You know, like that's where it gets to the point where they start hanging out, drinking, you know, doing things to soothe whatever they're feeling. But when I look back in hindsight, it really, I'm not going to say it bothers me. I just wish I knew, because I went through hell in my head. You know, like there was a lot going on in my home. My parents did the best they could. And
Right.
they're gone now, but
Did your parents
It's-
know about it, or you didn't?
well, you know what the thing is. As I got older, I learned that depression ran in my mother's family,
Oh, is that right?
and anxiety.
So it's hereditary.
It can be hereditary. And
Really?
It could be hereditary. It can. It could be genetic.
So you could go back
Way back.
way back.
I'm talking about to like 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
You know, when you start seeing certain things happen between mom and dad, you know, in the household, like a little crazy.
Yes.
And you know, back far as back then, I used to go and stay in a room all by myself. And to this day, my bedroom is my place of peace and solace. But now, with everybody that has passed and what it has done to me emotionally, it has drained me to the point where even though it's my place of peace and solace, there's so much going on in my mind behind that wall. Whereas when I was a child, it was just a place of peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of calmness.
You know, you said before that, you know, you're here for a reason, and you are here for a reason. And personally, I would say that you should go to the schools
I wanted to.
and
brought that
talk
up.
about this, because
I
I bet you-
asked Mr. Hudson.
Yes.
We're good friends. Could I speak at the school?
yeah, because like I said, John, you can agree or disagree. The percentage is probably really high,
It is.
but they probably don't even know what they have.
They don't.
They
No.
don't. You know?
They just feel confused. You know.
How do you when you're in that state? What do you are
Oh
you
my God.
are you thinking about? You're not thinking about hurting yourself, are you?
Oh no.
Okay.
It's never
But-
gotten to that point.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I'm learning how to love myself. Like I gave so much of it away. And I'm learning how to help myself, which is why I went to a psychiatrist. Because for my doctor first, I'm a very emotional person, and people have a tendency to make jokes about that when it comes to me. But they don't know, they have not walked in my
It's
footsteps.
not a joke. It's not a
They
joke.
haven't walked in my footsteps.
Right.
And all the emotion that comes when it comes is not just coming from one place or one particular thing that happened. It's like a buildup of everything that hurts me. So, I cry a river.
Yeah.
You know, I cry a lot, and people make fun of that, but I learned not to care about that, because in God's eyes, crying is healing, a part of healing. And when I release the tears, it kind of releases some of the heaviness I feel. And the depression is, oh God, I wish I didn't have it. But I thank God I'm dealing with it the right way. I don't think about hurting myself or hurting anybody. And then I got the issue of not calling any names out or anything, dealing with schizophrenia in my family. And that's a scary thing, because you cannot trust a person who's going through depression, who has schizophrenia, is manic, paranoid, can sometimes hallucinate or see things not realistically as they see. It's not realistic in the way they see it, and they get to the point where not only do they talk about hurting themselves, but then when they start threatening you,
Mm.
you got to take that serious, because I know so many people who have got killed
Oh yes,
not
yeah,
knowing
right,
and not taking when they say I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill you,
yeah.
because they go into like a rage. It's not
They
just
wipe
like
their
a-
whole family out.
Yes, it's
Mm-hmm.
not. It's not just like a mad, a angry. It's rage that you see in their face.
So we're gonna go through your day,
Mm-hmm.
okay? You get up in the morning, and are you thinking right away?
Yes.
You're thinking right away.
First thing I do, and I should have did that when I first sat down. I was going to give all honor and glory to God for this precious moment that He has given me. That's the first thing I do.
Absolutely.
And then everything else, believe it or not. And I find myself, honestly, the pill that she gives me for breakthrough, I used to take it like in the afternoon. Because I found like the more closer it got to the evening, I would start feeling that feeling. I could sense when it's coming.
Is that because you're thinking about your family, or you just everything is generating through your head?
I think about my family all the time.
Yeah, so do
especially
I,
the ones
yeah.
that aren't
Yep.
here. I still cry about some of them because I love my family, and the ones that love me are gone. You know, not to say
Yes.
that the rest of them don't love me, but that's
They're not gone. They are here.
with me.
They are here because my father's always around me all the time,
Yeah.
because he used to give my kids $10 all the time, and around the house, and you can ask my wife, we find dimes all over the place.
That's funny you say that, because when my mother was living, she used to ask anybody that came to visit her or me or someone in the house, y'all got to give mommy some change, and she used to put it in like a change jar,
Right.
and she used to save a lot of pennies. And after she passed, everywhere I went, I would look down and I would see a penny.
Yeah,
And I would say, "Hi, Ma."
yeah, we find dimes all over the place.
And the same thing with my brother when he passed. My sister passed. I'm not the oldest. I'm the second oldest. And when she passed, I started seeing butterflies, the little white butterflies.
Yep.
And I used to say, "Hi, Eve." And then I got the what you call it, the ladybug.
Yes.
When my brother passed, ladybugs started showing up.
Do you have any more siblings that are alive right now?
My father had 20 children.
How much?
20, not by the same woman.
Oh my God!
I was
He
saying.
had-
Wait, you have 20?
I have a lot of siblings.
Well,
Wow.
Yes, I have a lot. And I have 9 grandkids and 6 great-grand.
So now your grandkids, that has to be your prized
Oh,
possession.
Yes, I love them so much. Matter of fact, on my way here, I didn't know my son because I never know when they're coming.
Yes.
And I don't. And it's sad because this is not an excuse. Even my kids may not understand it, but when I say I literally don't want to get out of the bed,
But I think they understand.
no.
You don't think
I know
so?
my kids.
Yeah,
This generation compared to the generations when we grew up,
right.
their whole thinking is different. I mean, me growing up, I would have always stay in touch with my mom or call her, see how or check in on a family member. These kids today,
they don't
just-
care.
And I would say sometime, why don't you give your nana a call sometime?
Yeah.
That would make me feel good.
Yes.
And then my kids feel like you should be calling them. You're the grandmother.
No.
It works both ways.
Works both ways.
It works both ways.
Both
'cause
ways.
When I'm feeling like that, my son was just at my house, and my phone rang. He thought I was home because I have the truck that my other son gave me that's broken now.
Right.
And he had a key. He was bringing the kid, and that's something he don't normally do. He was bringing the kids to see me, and I'm sorry I missed that because that's not something he normally does.
Right.
And he's probably annoyed at me because I don't come out and visit them the way I should, and they think it's excuses. And I love my grandkids and my children. I don't like to say to death. I love them for life.
Yes.
And there's nothing. I'm not in a position to do everything I want to do for them. Only thing I got is a whole lot of love, and when I leave here, they can carry that love with them, and teaching them about God and faith. And it hurts me that I can't even push myself to get up even when my truck was working to go see them. You know, I might call him on the phone, and my son, he gets annoyed and an attitude. It's not because I don't care, and I try to tell them, y'all don't know what I'm going through. Oh, that's just an
Do you tell them what you're going through, or you don't?
I tell them, they see me, have seen me cry so much.
Right.
You know, and that's what I mean about the people today, the generation today, going back to I have a son that's 30, 40, 50, you know, and in fact, because I had my first two children very young, and the last two in my late 20s, 30s. They don't react to, I'm not expecting anybody to be like me, just because I'm emotional. Everybody deal with grief differently.
Yes.
I just don't feel like when you love somebody, and even though you grieve differently, don't mimic or mock the fact that I'm so emotional over it. Because number one, everybody that died in my family, I was their healthcare. They put me down as their healthcare proxy. So there's things I seen that they went through physically that they didn't see. Like they come to me as the matriarch for the information. And if they end up seeing them, it's either because they work at the hospital. I used to go there. I used to work at the hospital, so I would go. My brother was in there, my sister. I would go there in the morning, check on them, go in there lunchtime, go in there after work. And I had to watch them. My sister called 5 times, and we were like this. They didn't see that. My brother could barely breathe because he passed away from HIV, complications due to HIV. When I left him, he was on the end of his bed, and I had to get a ride. The ride had left me, and I had to leave, but I knew his girlfriend was on her way up the steps. My last image of him was him trying to breathe. Mm-hmm. Then I go to work the next day, and he's dead. My brother that passed away from cancer recently had been bleeding from his rectum for months, and then decided to tell me finally when he got scared, because he was a real jokester, a real comedian. And he finally told me, and I'm the one like, you tell me something, you don't even have to be family. I will try to help you. You know, I'm very well respected.
Was he afraid to go to the doctors?
I think so. And he used to laugh everything away. And his best friend told me, he used to tell him all the time, he used to eat a lot of sweets. I'm not saying that caused his cancer, but I think he wouldn't go because he was afraid to go. Because sometimes people sense there's something wrong with them.
Right.
And they won't go. And by the time he told me, only way I found out that he had been bleeding longer than what he said was because when he had to fill the papers out, I saw that he put down 6 months. And that's 6 months that you had to told me. I still get upset and emotional over that. I'm not going to do it today. No, people, I'm not going to cry because everybody waiting for me to drop.
No, we don't want you. No, we.
But
no.
I still deal with that pain. You know, I still would deal with that pain. I still deal with. My mother died. I took care of her for 11 years. She lived with me. I had to watch her fade away. You know.
Well.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. See, they're calling you. They want to know what you're doing.
You know, I had to deal with all of that, and it was very painful. But it's not just that. I look at my kids and my family and other people's children and their family, and I talk to, I've always talked to the youngsters. You know, everybody didn't grow up. A lot of people in my generation didn't grow up with their fathers in the house. And even though I had my father in my house, he used to binge drink. He was a good provider. Like I said, they did the best they could, and I love them. But a lot of kids don't have both parents in the house. Mm-hmm. And a lot of kids are dealing with seeing young mothers, young grandmothers. They're more like their kid's friend than a mother, because the way they are is the way their mother was.
I know a lot of kids that live with their grandmother.
Yes,
it's really shocking to me.
The grandmothers of today aren't old grandmothers.
No, they're not. No, not not like when my grandmother was around.
When I was young, I thought 50 was old.
Don't even say that. But the thing is that so during the day. Does it hit you when you first get up, or does it hit you during the day when you start thinking? That's okay. No, that's what I hate. I go to bed with the racing thoughts till I go to sleep, and that's the dread that I think I'm gonna have to look forward to in the morning. So when I wake up, I pray, thank God, and all of that first, but right away, it kicks in. Like the thoughts start coming in.
I start feeling like.
And when you first get up in the morning?
Well, first of all, I don't get up in the morning. I don't work, so I get up other than liking my bed, it's one thing to like your bed.
No, but I'm saying during the day.
During the day,
your mind is going.
It's worse at night. Just when I'm trying to go to sleep.
Why is it worse at night?
Because I think because my house is very quiet, even though I have 2 sons there.
Yeah,
they're very quiet. I think it's worse at night. It's just like with any other pain that you may have, like your body doesn't react to it until it gets relaxed. Then you start feeling, like the pain in the back and I got sciatica. That keeps me up at night. But yes, it kicks in at night. But when it kicks in during the day, I recognize it's a pattern. Like as soon as mid-evening start coming and it starts going towards night, I'm already anxious about how my night gonna be, and what I'm gonna have to deal with. So I said this to say that the breakthrough pill that she gave me, she just increased the dose, as a matter of fact. And I don't want to be a guinea pig for pills, but I take pills only, by prescription. And I've been on them so long, and you don't know how I wish I could be off of them. But when I get up in the morning, when I get up, after thanking God for another day and everything, it's funny you ask that because it starts right away.
The minute you get up?
Wake up. Not get up.
Oh, wake up. Okay. So
it starts then. It gets worse as the evening starts winding down.
The reason why I'm asking you this is because I'm trying to, the people that are listening to this, if you have that symptom, or symptoms or whatever, you need to go and get help.
Well, I see a psychiatrist.
No, not you.
Oh, personally. Okay, yes.
But people that...
There's people living like that.
There's probably people living like what you're going through.
And don't know what the hell is going on.
And they're not getting any help.
And those are the ones that end up committing suicide.
Or killing.
Or end up hurting somebody else.
Yes.
Because I've seen it firsthand. And I don't take it lightly. And I would appreciate that all who may be listening, don't take it lightly when you see a child acting a certain way. Not even a child, even an adult person, a friend.
This is why I try to figure something out where maybe we need to speak to kids at a young age.
I want to start if I was given that permission to speak at the school. It's funny you brought that up because that's been on my mind even before this. And once I found out Alan was here, I called him. He said, "You're gonna have a lot of fun, whatever."
Yeah.
But this topic is very close to my heart too.
You could help a lot of people
because I have helped a lot of people.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying
I told them I'd go to the doctor.
Like if you go to the schools, and there's so many kids that have anxiety at a young age.
Yes,
and I'm talking about the middle school or the colony school.
Yes.
Well, a lot of times too is what it's too, and but I blame a lot on the government because number one is government took away a lot of things for kids. Like special programs, because you need your mind. I believe it or not, I got into Legos. I build Legos, and that releases a lot of thoughts out of my mind. You find something to do. You have a hobby. You try to find your mind. The problem is you got to try to have your mind occupied on other things.
Yeah.
Because thoughts, like they say, you build up so many thoughts in your mind.
It becomes traumatic.
It becomes traumatic, yes, because
and a lot of depression and anxiety and all of that.
Yeah.
Stem from trauma, emotional trauma.
That's why you always try to when I first got to Glen Cove, I was always trying to open up a place, like a little DJ place or a little thing that kids could come or adults also.
Oh, that would be nice.
And express themselves because a lot of times they can't express themselves to their parents.
And that's what I want to give them a platform to do.
Yes.
So you want to ask me something? Ask me. Ask them, how are you feeling today? What are you feeling? Those are the kind of questions that need to be asked.
And I bring it back to the government because nowadays parents have to work 2 or 3 jobs. They both have to work. There's nobody home with them. I hear a lot of times, oh, my mom leaves the key underneath the mat for me. She's not home when I get there. Now your child could be having a bad day at school. Now when they get home, there's an empty house,
Right.
and they have nobody to talk to. And sometimes they're afraid to pick up their phone to tell a friend because they're afraid the friend is going to make fun of them.
And a lot of times, believe it or not, those same friends do end up making fun of them.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, and then what happens when they're home all alone? They go on the computer, they go on social media, they go on these apps where you have these sickos that like little kids. That's what happens. That's what happens.
Like you said before, social media plays a
social
big
media
part.
is horrible. You get bullied on them. Kids get bullied on social media. But if we need to educate these kids at a young age,
I would love that.
And
I always done that anyway. Even before I started dealing with anxiety or depression, I've always spoke to the younger kids because I knew what my life was like, my household. And I would always try to praise them based on knowing their families, them not having a dad, their mothers being young, or their mothers being addicted to drugs. Because I had my own issue 40 years ago. But I've always been there for my kids. But when you can't deny and lie to yourself, when you're in that state, you're neglecting something, your kids. You're not being the person that you should be.
Oh, we got a caller.
We got a caller.
Welcome to Jane Rouse House. Who's this?
Hi, yes, my name is Dana. I'm actually a dear friend of Ada's.
Hey, how you doing, Dana?
I'm well. How are you guys?
How are you?
Hello,
How are you?
dear.
We're good.
Well, I'm originally from Glen Cove as well.
All right.
I just wanted to say 2 things. Number one, to commend Ada for coming on and telling her story. And she has a heart of gold. And so seeing that she wants to go out and to be able to speak at school, it's an amazing thing. I think a lot of young people would benefit from her insight, her input. And as you guys were saying, in terms of the kids, it's not just the government because, and I'm just going to take a quick second and go back. My son is 32. I can recall we were living in Georgia. He was in the 10th grade in high school, and a young girl was bullied, and she killed herself. Wow. And the parents, apparently, nobody seemed to understand why this happened. This kid is dead.
Yeah.
So if she had maybe had somebody, even within the school systems are not providing the support that the kids need.
No.
Whether they are short-staffed or they just, they don't have the resources. I don't know what it is. But for her to be able to develop some type of program, to be able to go around and talk in schools, it's kids as young as, kindergarten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know why a kid is acting out or what's going on.
Yes.
And so that I just want to commend her for telling her story. Tell her that I love you, Ada.
I love you too.
Yeah,
and,
I know, but what you said about the school, because I work for the school, and I could tell you offhand, they do offer help to the kids, but it's the kids that wanting to have help also. You could pick out a kid that's having problems, but we had to. Actually, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I'm not gonna give too much details of it. We had a kid that was being bullied at school, and he or she didn't want to go to our guidance counselor or our therapist that we have in the school, which we have 2 great therapists in our school, and it took a friend of hers to go and tell the therapist about what's going on with her, and they put her in the office and they talked to her, and there's a big change in that girl, because sometimes it takes your friend to be a rat, which people don't want to be a rat because they make them, they put signs on them like you're a rat, I can't trust you, but they don't realize, yes, you can trust me because I'm saving your life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why a lot of things happen too.
Right. Yeah, you're right. And there are a lot of layers that need to be maybe or that need to be peeled back within the school systems, within family structure, because if the families don't address it, the school can't be the teachers, the babysitters, the therapists, and everything.
But why do the parents shut these kids out when they're looking for help?
Well,
I don't understand it.
Well, it's twofold. I'm just going to go back really quickly to what Ada said in terms of the black community. We all grew up thinking, not thinking, but we know people that in our community where it's a stigma to get mental health. Okay? And I'm one of those people, look, if you got a problem, get you some help. I have no problem saying, hey, but as she said, a lot of people feel like they're going to be made fun of.
Yeah.
I'm not going to a therapist. And it's just been a long-standing thing in the African-American community where people don't want to get help because they think it's a stigma on them.
Yes.
And so,
yeah, and that also, a lot of people think you like, I would say, I'm going to use the word macho,
Yes.
but people are going to be thinking like their self-esteem. I don't need that. I can handle it. But technically, you can handle it.
But it irritates me because, and I'm going to say something about the Spanish community, because my mother used to teach classes at St. Pat's. And I remember my mother used to say that a lot of the Spanish community was also afraid to go to the doctors. I don't know why, but I don't know why the African Americans are afraid. Listen, it doesn't matter what color you are.
It's not a race thing. It's
cultural
them. It's within
because-
them because they fear finding out something
Right.
or the stigma that's going to be put.
But no, but if you have to love yourself in order
that
to
a
do
lot of them
something.
don't love themselves.
yeah,
That's
but
the
if you
problem.
want
I don't
taught
understand
self-
that.
If you aren't taught
If you came
self-love,
up in a certain
number one,
household,
if you aren't
you
taught
would
self-love,
Yeah.
right? If you aren't taught self-love, how do you love
Right.
yourself?
Exactly.
Correct.
If you know,
Right.
if you know that you have a problem.
I
You
tell
just
Dana
feel
all
like
the
Dana
time,
said,
I'm
you have all
still,
these feelings.
she's one
Yeah.
of my very best friends,
Process.
and I love her dearly.
You don't live in
I tell her,
Glen Cove anymore? Where do you?
No, I miss her.
Where do you live
No,
now?
I actually I live in South Carolina.
We're talking about moving to
So
South Carolina.
next time we have her on the show, you got to you got to be up here.
Glen Cove?
Yes, but
Are you guys from Glen Cove?
yes, but my wife wants to move to South Carolina.
A lot of people are moving.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you go to Glen Cove High School?
Yes,
I didn't go. I grew up in Brooklyn.
I graduated '83.
I left in '81.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn, so I didn't even come.
Even though my hair is nice and long, I'm an old
Yeah,
man.
you got
Believe me.
beautiful hair.
Oh, she said I have beautiful hair.
Besides the glaze,
But yeah, come on. But let me tell you something. When I met her in the bank, and when we would
Isn't she
talk.
gorgeous?
Oh, I love her. She's great. And you know, when she calls me up, we have great conversations. But when she told me in the bank what she wanted to speak about, I right away I said I want you on the show, because this is important to me too. Because I know a lot of people who are suffering from mental illness too. But this is important to me because I see all these kids in the schools they have to go get help.
And you can tell something's wrong.
Yeah, you could tell when there's something wrong.
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna
And
be.
you got to realize too, in a lot of community. Well, again, I'm going to speak, and it's just not the African American community. Like I said, there's no color barrier for anything like. And so, if everybody is kind of in the same area, and nobody thinks it's a problem, you might say, "Oh, that kid's just bad," but you really don't know what's going on with that kid.
Yeah.
And if the father isn't present, the father may be incarcerated.
Right.
That's a heavy load on a kid to handle as well.
Yeah.
You see, so
I
I'm
grew
not going to keep you long.
I grew up at the projects because my best friend is Danny Tillman, so I was over at his house all the time, and his mother's a sweetheart.
Yes, she is.
She is one of the toughest women I've ever met.
They don't make them like that.
No, they don't make them like that.
mothers.
But when we were growing
And
up,
all of our mothers were friends. Ada's
Yes.
mother,
Yeah.
my mother, Danny's mother.
Yeah,
they just don't make them like that.
but when we were growing up, and if we did anything wrong, I'm telling you, she'd let you know.
Yes.
But now today, if a kid does something wrong,
Get away with it.
they get away with it.
Yeah. That's another thing.
And if you tell this person like your son is bullying my son, they don't
They be
believe
ready
it.
to fight you.
Yeah, they say why, it irritates me, But
it really is environmental what's going on in the home. And I'm just going to tell this real quick so I can get off on another podcast. But as a young child growing up in Glen Cove, we used to live down by the VFW up on Elsinore Avenue. And there was a family around the corner. I'll never forget George Ashby. He was a bully. And he would fight me all the time. And he would pick up my sister as well. She's like a year older than me. And one day I got tired, and I took a plastic bat, and I beat the snot out of him. And until that point, his aunt, Mrs. Ashby, came around the corner to my mother, and she's like, "Oh, Carrie Dana did so and so and so." And so my mother said, "Ethel, I'm going to tell you this. I need you to get off my porch, because as long as he was bullying her and doing things to her, you never came around here." And consequently, my mother had to put her in her place. Yeah. But again, I was the one in out of the four younger of us who kind of stood up and said, "No, I'm not gonna take that." And some kids aren't strong enough to do that.
And some kids commit suicide over
that. Yes.
There you go.
That's why I'm glad she's here and she's telling a story. And she's a very brave woman.
Oh yeah.
She's a very brave woman to tell.
Very courageous.
Very. And I really do appreciate her coming on, and I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
And listening.
Oh, no
Thank
problem.
you for
I always tell
calling
her
in,
she has
sweetie.
so much to share. I always tell her she has so much insight to share with because she has a heart of gold.
Oh yeah.
And when she gives you time to tell your story or to explain it and to understand you without judgment.
Yeah.
And so that's something I've always admired her, the person that she is. She's
Mm-hmm.
like, she's actually my sister's classmate. And so she's like,
And whenever you come to Glen Cove, you're welcome on the show. Whenever you come up here, you're welcome on the show.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome on the show.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. I love you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
And Happy New Year.
I'll tune in again.
And
thank you.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
be
you.
talking to you soon.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
You too.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, see, you're reaching out to people. And it's very important what you're doing right now. And you need my opinion, and I think John agrees too. You need to go to the schools
You need
and
to
talk
be
about
more out there, because I think the more you talk about it, and the more you're gonna feel better.
I think there's a lot of kids
And
that
I
are
want
afraid.
to, if you want, I'm gonna open my platform, our studio to you. If you want to have your own, we're gonna probably try to set you up with your own talk show if you like.
There you go. If you want to come on because we own the
station, so we can put you on the platform. We can
So you're welcome to have your own show. If you could come.
serious?
Yes. Because I think the more you talk about it, the more you're gonna feel better.
Yeah.
About being out there and helping
Come
people.
on, you could, and it'll be your own show. John and I
We'll do the recording.
We'll do the recording. You
have your own.
You could come
platform.
on. You could come on and do your own show. If you could do it for an hour.
We're gonna make you the next Oprah.
Yes.
No, don't make me the next Oprah.
No, listen.
Make me who I am.
No,
right.
you're gonna be
Ada that
the
Ada
best
can be.
Ada. But I'm just trying to say, like, the best. You're gonna.
Yeah.
The more you talk to people.
Yes.
And the more people see you open up and people.
But John's gonna set you up. We're gonna try to. We're gonna.
We'll work it out.
We're gonna work it out. We're gonna talk
definitely.
off air, but you're gonna have your own show, because the app is owned by both of us.
So
So we can have anybody we want. You know what I mean?
It's just a matter of just getting it
Correct.
done, and
Yeah.
Oh my God.
we're putting our hearts into it. We're gonna help people.
Now
That's what we're gonna have to do.
But I'm not gonna cry.
No, but you wanted your own podcast,
So
and-
we'll take care of it.
and God works in mysterious ways.
Oh my God.
It's a matter of just helping people. If we got,
Yeah.
listen, I'll
I
tell you.
have so much to say.
You probably like if you listen to a couple of our shows. I had a buddy of mine. She lived in Pennsylvania, and we had a talk show. We had her on the talk show. Her son needed a kidney transplant, and because they were listening to our show, people called in our show and this and that.
It's wonderful.
2 weeks after we aired our show, he got the kidney transplant.
Oh, thank God.
So this platform is to open up to people and to get
I can't
people
thank
heard.
you guys enough.
You know what I'm saying?
This is unbelievable.
Well,
Because-
this is a very, very important subject.
Yeah.
And the thing that really irritates me is that parents have to open up their eyes. They have to see if they see a change in your daughter or son's attitude.
Do something about it.
You gotta sit down
questions.
with them and say,
They
is
have
there
to be comfortable with
something
you
wrong?
first. They got to be able to be comfortable enough to want to sit down with you and open up.
Correct.
Because a lot of kids don't have that closely with their parents.
But that's what I'm saying to you, because a lot of people won't listen to their parents, but they'll listen to somebody.
else. Yeah.
Right, but is it too late?
No, it's never too late.
No, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, so I just don't understand it.
Okay.
I don't understand people who they don't pay attention to their kids.
No.
I don't know why they don't pay attention to their
They're
kids.
too busy being their friend.
It's just here.
Yeah, we got Joe Gell on the line.
Oh, Joe, how are you, Joe?
I think I
Good
know
evening. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy
Happy
New
New Year.
Year.
Yeah, to you too.
Yeah, so I don't know if you heard, you probably was here in the show.
Yep.
So yeah, so we're gonna be giving Ada a slot on the show, so she could do her own talk show. She could open up,
Awesome.
and she could get people to open up. Also, maybe
Yes.
with us doing this, we probably could save a bunch of lives. I
That's
think
what we want to do.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's gonna be,
What should we call it?
8 is enough.
8 is
Oh, that is nice.
There you go. 8 is house.
That's
no, 8
it.
is enough. I like that.
8 is
All right.
enough. Yeah.
So we're gonna be, we're gonna help her, and we're gonna
Joe.
get her on the platform.
Joe,
That's
don't you think that this is so important, and that kids are suffering from it, and they don't even know they're suffering from it?
Right. No, definitely. But in this day and age, there's so many outlets for help. It's just you got to want it, like you said. Some of these kids don't want to do it, or they're embarrassed, or whatever. But it's a good thing to, we're in 2026 now, so
Yeah, even adults.
let's turn
But-
the page.
Yes.
But you know what the funny thing
Oh,
is
yeah.
too? They
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
they don't look. I got a lot of kids, believe it or not. They come and talk to me in school. They come up to me and they talk to me. They won't even talk to. They won't even talk to the counselors. They won't even talk to anybody.
Right.
But they will talk to somebody like me because they like. He won't say nothing.
They do the same thing. So my
But
wife.
I say something, but in a way they don't know I'm saying something, and I always bring the hint back to the principals and to everybody so they could take care of that problem. Because a lot of the
Right.
kids don't like to
No,
go
that's
talk
good.
to another adult. They rather have trust in
Right.
their friends or somebody. I won't say I'm close to the age, but I'm, not an adult. They look at me more like a worker there. They don't look at me like more as an educator to them.
Huh?
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah, I work at the Glen
Yeah,
Cove High
like
School.
No,
High
that's
school.
good.
Yeah, I work at the Glen Cove High School. That's where I work at.
Because my nephew Ramel Ashby works at the school.
Ramel?
Yes.
Yeah, Ramel works in middle school now.
Yeah, that's
I know Ramel.
That's my nephew.
Oh yeah, Ramel. Me and Ramel go back.
He's
yeah.
been there a while.
Yeah, he's been there a while.
He's
Ramel.
a good person.
Yeah.
See, my wife works in
Oh,
the
yeah.
cafeteria, and she talks to all those kids, and she
Mm-hmm.
knows
All of
about
their business.
everything. But she does the right thing. She wants to be their, not mother, but somebody
Mentor.
that they could go and talk to her.
Be comfortable with, yeah.
But that's the whole issue. A lot of these kids don't want to say anything,
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of adults too that need help.
Yes. I'm not just narrowing this down to kids.
No,
I'm talking about
I know.
adults.
I work with somebody that we got him help. Okay,
That's great.
we had to get him help because he was going down the wrong path. So I went to go talk to the social worker that works in City Hall, and I got him an appointment to see her. And they put him in a.
That's great.
I had to, because I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw.
And
I
it's
saw.
so sad when you could see it, and,
Right.
and some of these kids look like they want to talk about something, but because they don't feel they could trust anybody, they just suppress it and keep suppressing it until something happens, And
Yeah.
some of the parents, like I said, I'm speaking from my point of view, they're acting more like their children's best friend than
A
the
parent.
mother, or than a parent.
Right.
They're smoking weed with them. They're doing whatever with them. They're hanging out with them. There's a difference between parenting and being a friend. You got to be the parent and set rules and regulations and be understanding and give them a place to feel like you could tell me anything. You know, that's where it starts.
What's the first sign of a kid? Not full blown anxiety stuff, but what is the first sign you see that a kid is starting to, get depressed,
Look depressed?
or
Are you asking me
anxiety?
that question?
Yes.
As far as I know, and being around and knowing that I've always had a heart for talking to people, no matter what I was going through, because I have a lot of empathy for people, and I put myself in a lot of people's shoes. Because you don't know why people don't wake up in the morning wanting to be addicts and alcoholics and have their whole life become unmanageable and lose everything. It's something going on inside that's been brewing and going on for a while, and this is their only way they know how to deal with it. For me, when I look at, and I have been around a lot of young, like I lived in the projects, I live on Wincove Avenue now, but I grew up around a lot of kids, and I could always pick out, for some reason, the discernment in me that God gives me when a child was, it didn't have to even be so much of a look. Like the child is always off to the distance by themselves. The child is always sitting alone when everybody else is playing. And then again, then in some cases I've seen the look on the face, but the eyes tell what's going on in the soul. They're the meaning, that you look at a person's eyes and you could see in their eyes that they're sad. You could tell when something's bothering them. And I have tried to talk to many kids, and I still do to this day. I try to encourage them, make them feel worthwhile, that they're worth living, and that they can do anything they want if they put their mind to it.
Yeah.
And never be afraid to go see a doctor, whether it's for your health, whether it's mental, physical, or whatever. And a lot of those youngsters that I talk to are growing up now. When they see me, they give me a hug, because a lot of them have been in and out of jail due to whatever depression or things they were dealing with, because they got into the wrong stuff or drugs or whatever, and ended up in jail doing time. And that's sad too, when they come from a household where it's just like they're hanging out there on the clothesline by themselves, and they end up away. And when they come back home, they come. That's another thing in the prison system. They don't have they call it, have you been rehabilitated? How you being rehabilitated for something that you went to jail for?
Right.
And you don't have no rehabilitation programs.
Right.
You're just locking them up, and majority of the time they need to be in institutions. Like if they're going to go to prison, have an institution where it's set up to deal with counselors and psychiatrists, because that's what they need. And if they get that, they won't be in and out of jail as much. Those numbers would go down. But because they don't offer that, they think the cure is just lock them up, give them a lot of time. By the time they finish their time, they learned their lesson.
We have some comments. You want to hear some of the comments I'm getting?
Yeah.
Okay. So Harry Stearns is saying that as a chaplain, he was able to talk to a 15-year-old from the community. He stopped him from committing suicide.
Oh, God bless him.
Yeah, because of bullying.
Wow.
So, Harry, thank you.
Thank you for your comment.
Yeah. And then my wife said the Glen Cove School pays close attention and catches things before the parents do.
Oh, yeah.
That's something.
She said, I can't say enough about how this school has helped save kids' lives.
That's a blessing.
And then Spiro said, happy and healthy New Year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a time in my life too. Like it was like I lost the whole. I could say like my whole family, because it was crazy. Because
that's how I feel.
My aunt passed away. Then a year later, my grandmother passed away. Then a year after that, my mother passed away, and then a year after that,
like mine.
Then a year after that, my father passed away.
It was back to back for me.
Yeah, it was like for 4 years. It was like crazy, and I was always wondering what's this is happening? Why this is happening?
Well, were you blaming yourself?
No, I wasn't blaming myself. I was just more like, it was like a little bit of confusion.
Yeah.
Like, you try to be nice to people, you try to give respect to people, and you try to do the right thing, and always you look at back and like, why all these things are happening to me?
You
And,
know what? That's one thing that not meaning to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
That's one thing that I've learned through being a godly person.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how many mistakes I made in life or will make, I always tell people God created us and He always knew what we were going to do and be involved in and what was going to happen to us even before He created us.
Oh, no, 100%.
So there's nothing too big or too small that He cannot get you out of, but first you must believe.
Mm-hmm.
You have to love
And
yourself
have faith.
also. You have to love
and
yourself.
I have to pray on that for me.
Yeah.
Because I gave out so much and didn't get it back that at the age I am now, I'm just learning how to get it back.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And sometimes I still feel I haven't reached that peak where I look in the mirror and feel, you wouldn't believe it, don't feel good about myself.
No. I think with you opening up more and doing,
Yeah, I think, yeah.
doing like helping people out and getting out there and talking about it is gonna be releasing a lot more pressure.
But you, thank
Oh, no,
God,
yeah,
but
100%.
thank God you're getting help.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're getting help. And I also thank
If
God
I
that
didn't get help, I don't even, my head is so like, my brain is like, I wish I could just have
but
a
it's good that
switch.
you're putting it out there because you're not afraid to speak on what you're going through.
What I'm going through is hell dealing with
I
that.
can imagine.
It's terrible.
The thing that, so I don't know how it is to have anxiety or depression.
Oh my God.
I really don't. That's why I don't judge anybody who has it.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that bothers me since my father passed away, and I talk about it all the time, and people tell me to let it go, but I can't.
But I hate when people do that.
Yeah.
Don't tell people to let it go.
Yeah.
Grief is something that you don't get over.
Well,
God just gets you through.
well, my grief is different because I have, my father's side had 13 brothers and sisters. My mother's side had 9 brothers and sisters. My father's side, they're all gone.
Wow.
My mother only has 4 left.
Wow.
But see, I grieve in a different way because I'm not sad that they passed away. Yes, I am, but I think about the times I spent with them. But
I'm learning how to do that because that's the way I'm going to get out of my head.
Yeah.
Because it takes me right back as if it just happened.
But the thing that is killing me today, and my father passed away in 2018. The thing that bothers me today is the last time I saw him, he looked at me and said, "I don't want to die in the hospital." And
That's
he
what
died
my
in the
brother-
hospital.
My brother didn't want to pass away
It's
at home.
killing me today.
That bothers you.
It bothers me I think about it.
Did he pass away, if you don't mind me asking, from cancer or something?
No, I'm going to tell you. He was a very stubborn man. Now, he was Italian. My mother was Spanish. My father, and I'm stubborn too. You
Well,
can
we
even
all
ask my
are in our
wife. I'm
way,
very
yeah.
stubborn.
Capatost.
What's
Yeah,
your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Ralph
I'm a
is stubborn.
Taurus. Yeah. And
He's
Joe, am I
stubborn.
stubborn?
He's stubborn with his gravy and his French bread.
Yeah, right.
Ralph
So
is stubborn. He's got a tattoo that says stubborn.
I'm stubborn.
Well,
But
at least he's being honest.
my father had triple bypass when he was 88 years old, and went through it. He was perfect. He was
I got a feeling
fine.
what you get ready to say.
You're not gonna believe how he died.
It's something so simple.
Yes,
And he should have died from the triple bypass.
yes. So a year later, he had to walk with a cane or a walker, and he refused. He thought
He fell.
he fell and busted his head open.
Mm-hmm.
See the discernment I have? I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, and he lived for another 2 weeks. We brought him to the hospital. He had a couple of strokes.
Wow.
But the night before he passed away, and it was weird because I had my daughter and my son with me, and he was talking about his brothers and sisters visiting him. And I believe in that.
Yeah.
So the last thing he said to me was, "I don't want to die in the hospital." And he died in the hospital.
That bothers you, right?
It bothers me every day.
Okay.
But I'm not depressed. I'm
But
not.
it bothers you.
But it bothers me.
Yes.
But I'm always in a good.
Thinking about it.
I think about it all the time. So I don't know if that's a sort of anxiety.
Let me ask you a question. When you when you find yourself going to that place about your dad, even if you don't feel sad or whatever you're saying, do you find yourself, if you really think about it, do you find yourself physically feeling like something in your gut?
Yeah, I felt like
like a doom, or
I
like
felt
a dread?
I feel like that when he said that to me, I failed him.
You feel
That's
like
it.
you should have
That's
got him home and let
I
him
should have
die.
got him home
But that's
and have
not-
him die at his house. But I didn't want him to die. But we
Yeah,
knew that
but
he was
wanted
in
to
bad
be
shape.
home. But why are you putting that weight on your
I don't know.
shoulders?
And then
Why
people,
does-
and I tell
Are
that
you the
to
oldest?
people. No, I have there's 5 of us.
Okay.
I have 3 other brothers and 1 sister
That we know about.
that we know about. You know, I always tease my sister all the time. I said, Sandra, nobody knows who you are. But no, I have an older brother. I have 2 older brothers, and my sister's older than me, and then I have 1 younger brother. But to this day, and I tell people that what happened, and it still bothers me today.
How long has it been?
Since 2000, he died in August of 2018,
Wow.
and it still bothers me today. And people say,
I hate
get
when
over it.
people tell people to
How do you
get
get
over
over
It's not
something?
about get over it. First of all,
How do you get over it?
first
I
of
have
all,
no empathy when people speak like that.
you never know when I don't want to.
No, you never know when-
You
you're
never know when your time's up.
That's right.
God knows.
That's right.
That's why you have to, I believe in telling, no matter what I've been through with my family or whoever, the last thing you will hear me say to anybody, and people say, oh, you love everybody, you should be the mayor, is I'm coming from a place of godly love, what they call the agape love. When I walk away from people, whether I know them or not, God bless you, I love you. I tell my family, no matter what ups and downs we may have had, or whether they mad for whatever reason, the last thing anybody will hear me say, unless God takes my voice away, is I love you.
Do you love yourself right now? I know Joe does. I know Joe loves
You know
himself.
what? That's a trick question for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
Yeah.
I look in the mirror and I don't see what other people see.
But you're a beautiful person.
I know that.
Yeah.
But I have never been treated beautifully like I'm a beautiful person. I had so much jealousy, so much. I stayed to
But
myself.
can't you forget about the past and try to move forward?
I forget about the past, and I've learned how to say to hell with that.
Right.
I'm not going to let that bother me anymore. But believe it or not, and I'm going back to my relationship with my children's fathers, I didn't get treated properly. So I always felt I gave more love, thinking that the more I loved them, they would
Right.
learn how to love.
Right.
But then I later on found out, after all was said and done, all the physical abuse I went through, mental, emotional, and verbal, because that could be the worst sometimes besides physical, the verbal and emotional abuse. I think I didn't know my worth. I didn't know my worth. So I stayed in these relationships because I'm not a person that cheat long term.
Right.
And I got children by them. And I can honestly say, I hate when people ask me, not that they ask me that, but I don't think I've learned how to love myself yet. They say when you can look in the mirror and
But you're here for a reason.
I know I'm here for a reason, and I'm asking God every day.
And I think you found your cause. I really think I think
God
you did.
meant for that to happen.
Yes.
I believe that.
I got some more comments. You want to hear them?
Yeah.
So Patricia said she's so proud of
Patricia
you.
who? My sister Aiken?
Yeah.
Thank you, sis.
She said she's so proud of you and she loves you.
I love you too.
And of course, my wife chimes in again. She goes, "You have no idea how stubborn I am." Unbelievable. And then Mark Caggiano.
That's true. We know you're stubborn.
Give me a break. Come on.
We're not.
And then Mark
We know we're not
Caggiano,
giving you a
he's one
break.
of our loyal listeners. He said, the only recipe for my problems is helping somebody else.
Yes.
You know what?
Also, when I've
You
been...
want to hear a quick story? I'm going to tell you guys
Yeah,
a
go
quick
ahead.
story. Me and my wife went down to, we went to see a show on Sunday. We went to the city, and we was eating. We sat down and eating, and this guy comes in. This homeless person comes. So he started whispering something to me. I pulled out like money out of my pocket. I'm like, he goes, no, I don't want the money. Can you just give me something to eat? So I went up. I got him we went to Raising Cane's in Penn Station. So I bought him a meal, a drink, and a soda. And I said, you know what? I said,
like that.
just
Does my heart
Merry
feel.
Christmas and Happy New Year, brother, and God bless you, and hope you got your stage, man. And it felt good because
It feels good to do something nice for somebody else.
you have it, you want to share it, and that's why I think it's. I think if everybody that does something nice like that, one person does it, everybody should do it.
But you know what the problem is, John?
You know.
A lot of people see somebody that's homeless.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
I can't.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? But that you have a heart of gold.
No, listen,
you absolutely have a heart of gold.
I just felt bad.
And give,
I buy coffee for the guy who pushes
the cart.
Yeah, I always buy him
And
coffee.
the ones that stand by 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
I give them money.
I buy them coffee. I won't give them money. I buy them coffee.
Because I know I know what they're doing.
Yes.
But I have.
But I think you found your calling. I'm telling you right now.
I think when I met you in the bank that day, because kept saying.
See, John, I don't only talk about myself. I talk about the podcast.
But she got attracted to your hair. That's why.
Yeah, maybe.
She was like, let me see what's behind that hair.
I talk.
It's so familiar to me.
Everywhere I go, I mention the podcast, and because we're trying to listen. I love the attention. And I love doing this podcast. I love John to death. I love Joe to death. And I think we're doing the right thing by keeping it a community, but we also want to do things.
We want to expand.
We want to expand, but we also want to alert people of things that they should know. And I think
things that they're thinking and they won't say.
But that's the issue. There's so many people out there that have that condition. But I think they just deal with it
differently.
You don't know how sad. You don't know how literally. When I tell you things touch my heart, I mean people can say what they want about me being emotional. You cannot be that emotional as I am. It's not just the fact that somebody died that you love dearly. First of all, you got to be able to love somebody so much, even more than yourself, to feel the kind of empathy and sympathy that I feel. Not just because I saw them literally dying in front of me, but just to not have them around you anymore, because when they were people that made you feel the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
And I have empathy for people, and people say to me, you always doing this for that one, and you always doing that. I do things, and I don't expect nothing from them. I don't expect whether they could give it back or don't give it back.
Do you feel like you're a positive person right now?
I'm a very positive person.
That's what I want to hear.
I'm a very positive. I'm very positive.
When you pray, though, let me ask you: when you pray, do you pray for yourself first?
No, I pray for other people harder than I pray for me.
No, you see, that's what the change is for this year. When you pray, I want you to pray for yourself first. Because I made that change about 3 years ago, and it's you can't. You got to pray for yourself.
I pray for myself, but I got to put myself
your family,
first. Yes,
and then your friends. You have to put yourself first.
You know what they say?
Make that change.
Yes.
You know what they say? If you know good, you know good to others.
Right. But
So,
I've been very good to you.
No, I'm just saying.
Not saying you're saying that about me.
No. I'm just saying that's a saying because people always say. Like you know when
can't do nobody else any good if you can't take care of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Corin Harvey said, "Great."
My niece.
Yeah, says great interview, Aunt. Thank you for
dear.
sending an info to me. Love you.
I love you too, Corinne.
Thank you. See, you have a lot
Guys,
of people around you.
People download the app.
Everybody knows.
You got to download the app, Master J Radio. I mean, not Master J. Jay and Ralph's house. Jay.
Oh, you're thinking about he's thinking about his
I'm
music.
thinking about my music now.
Get ready to start rapping.
Yeah, I'll get ready to start.
You know
hip hop, hip.
You know what's funny? They just said hi, Aunt Tish. Who's Aunt Tish?
That's my sister. They saying hi to Tish.
Oh yeah.
They're saying it to my sister.
So it's funny because what Joe said is pretty amazing because you always pray for yourself, but Joe, do you ask for forgiveness or are you asking just to pray for you? What do you? I don't know.
No, Joe, I want to ask you a question too. Did you ever feel in a stage like that in your life?
Hell yeah, many times.
Okay.
What, depressed or
When my
anxiety?
friend got murdered when I was 16, she was murdered,
Oh my
and
God.
my whole world fell apart.
That's how I
Or
felt
when
when
my
brother
friend,
died.
was diagnosed with 9/11 cancer and died 2 months later.
Oh God.
I'm hugging him on one day, and a month later he's dead. So,
I can't get into talking about how many people died back to back.
but
in my
you
family.
have to pray for yourself. You have to take care of
Yes,
my.
I
I
do.
fight with my mother all the time, just like my father. You got to take your medicine. You got to take care, because if you don't take care of yourself, you cannot take care of anyone else.
Exactly.
I think I've exhausted all my
So,
strength.
Well,
Well, I
that's-
still got some because God
Right.
is with me.
But
But
Well,
I've
that's why
exhausted most
I
of my
pray for
life
health.
and my strength,
I pray
giving
for
it away
happiness.
to other people. Caring about other people. Not because I don't care about myself, but
But
I'm caring
yet
about
you-
other people more than I.
So Joe, when you say you pray for yourself, what are you praying for? You
God,
praying
make
for?
I
I'm a
pray.
better
I
person.
prayed that I'm a better man. I'm a better father. I'm a better friend. I pray that things work out for this one
Yes.
who's not
And
feeling well.
does that help you
or
during the
for that
day?
one.
Oh, prayers always
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
help. Prayers
Do you know how
always
many times?
But
I'll
you
get
have
a
to love
phone
yourself
call saying,
first. That's the whole thing. You
That's
have
why
to
I gotta
love
pray to God
yourself.
and ask Him
It's
to teach me
important.
how to do that.
Yeah.
well,
But
Mark,
if you start praying for yourself, it's important. That's a good start.
Mark says she knows. I pray for that I will helpful to others, not for outcome. That sets up expectation. Oh, okay. See, so Mark
Cool.
Caggiano, he's one of our loyal listeners. We had him here one day. It was great.
yeah.
Yeah, he was great. But so during your day and it's the worst at night, correct? How many hours of sleep do you get per night?
Probably. I don't get to sleep whether I take my even if I try to take my medicine because I sleep so late in the morning.
Right.
When I wake up, because I got sciatica, so I don't get a good night's sleep. I'm tossing and turning all night, so that's one reason. But when I initially finally lay down, I stay on my computer checking emails and stuff to keep my mind occupied. And then once that's done, and I feel like I'm ready to fall asleep, I take my medicine, and through the whole night to the next day, I probably could say I probably actually only get about 4-5 hours.
That's
sleep.
not good. That's
See, but she just said something that she probably didn't even catch herself saying.
What?
Occupied.
yeah.
That's the thing.
See, that's what I'm saying
this
to you.
will occupy me greatly.
So
That's what I'm saying to you. You have always. It's like you're sitting in a dark room thinking and thinking and thinking, and the room is closing in on you.
Well,
Is
I'm
there
not
any
in the
way-
dark
is there any
room.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just bringing
I know
out
what you- I know what you're
No, I
saying.
know
a
what
scenario.
you're saying. That's what it feels
It
like.
feels like you're in a dark room and you.
This feels like you're never gonna see like the end.
no,
Yeah.
but is there
Oh,
any
no,
way
yeah.
you could clear your mind before you go to bed? Or
The
it's
only way
it's
I
almost
do
impossible.
that, I'm gonna just be honest. The only way I do that is because I like videos, like not video games.
Yeah.
Like shows on TV.
Yes.
I like dramas and mysteries, true stories.
Yeah.
That's one way I occupy myself. But believe it or not, my mind races so bad sometimes the TV's watching me. I'm looking at it, but
But you're not paying attention.
I'm looking at it, but my mind,
Yeah, your mind's somewhere
I'm in
else.
my head.
Right.
But that's how I try to make myself tired. And when I get to the point where I think, I keep looking at the clock. Oh, it's like 2. Damn, I got 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 3 now. And I'm laying in the bed. I turned the TV off. And I got this gospel CD by Cindy Trim called The Atomic Empowerment Prayer. I've never, ever in my life, I went to visit a friend in California, and she gave me the CD. She's anointed, definitely. It's an hour-long prayer. I never in my life, everything you could think of and things that you wouldn't even begin to think of, this woman goes on praying about the whole hour, about 57 minutes. That helps me because I'm listening to the word of God as she's praying, and I'm saying that when I first heard it, I was saying this got to be unbelievable. How this woman is really anointed, to pray that long, and to pray about portals and things I never heard of, And I get a call from a prophet all the time, Prophet Messiah, and I don't fall in and feed into that, send money in there, all that.
Yes,
like
yeah,
Peter
yeah,
pop off.
yeah.
He looks crazy to me. God forgive me, but
Those are false teachers.
yes.
That's my opinion.
And every time my phone rings, I keep getting these potential spams, and my phone is ringing all night. So I don't like to cut off my phone because I'm so used to getting emergencies that I'd be so scared that if I cut
Is that
it,
what you? But that's the problem. I think you're waiting for something to happen.
I feel like I'm always that's a doom feeling I feel. Like I'm
But
always
how do you get that out of your system?
I pray. I pray real hard and ask God, please give me peace in my mind, my body, my soul, and my spirit. And I keep praying that until I feel calm. I could tell when I'm calming down. Is when I'm talking to God.
Right.
That is the main thing. But it's not a good, believe me, it is not a good feeling.
Can I ask you, what were you diagnosed with?
I was diagnosed with anxiety and severe depression.
Okay. But there's probably more to it, correct? Like you said, that your mind is racing 24/7.
Well, see, that's part of the depression.
Yeah. Oh, that's what.
That's part
okay.
of the depression.
Okay.
I'm not like just depressed, like woe is me.
No.
I'm
There's
just
so
saying
many different
forms,
different forms of
things,
depression.
And I'm dealing with someone very close to me with schizophrenia.
So when you're in a depressed state, can anybody come up and talk to you?
I don't never let nobody not talk to me.
Yes.
Especially if they're talking about something that has to do with me. The people have to learn there's a way to talk to people. Mm-hmm. I respect myself. I don't care what I've been through in life. I respect myself and I respect other people, even though I may not get it back the same way. They say don't expect something from people that you can't get.
Right.
And don't worry about things you can't control.
That's right.
So if somebody like Dana called in, she's one of my good friends, and other people, if they want to talk to me, they talk to me. And thank God, most of these people are godly people. And even people that, I've had people tell me, because people don't see me because I don't go anywhere. But if they do see me, there's so much sadness that was going on inside of me. Like like they say, the windows are the eyes to the soul. I could be telling them I'm happy. They say, no, you're not. They say, I see it in your eyes.
Who says that?
People have said that to me.
To you?
Yes. Because I can't hide. Even if I'm not crying or looking sad, I'm not trying to be having a pity party. They just can tell. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Well, I can look in your eyes and see if you was happy,
right?
Or if you're feeling down or something might be bothering you. Everybody that knows me, I've had somebody say to me at one time or another, "No, you're not. Something's bothering you."
Is it better when you're surrounded by people and family,
No,
or just by yourself?
I don't want to be around nobody.
No.
I was like that even from a kid, but I think I adapted that behavior.
Well, you probably had it for.
I had it for, but like I said, it was my house, my family, parents did the best they could. I had it for a long time, and I learned to just go in the room and just stay in the room and be quiet by myself. So
here's a comment. Mark says, "I've learned depression is from my past, and anxiety is fear of my future."
Yes.
That's what he's saying.
Yes.
So
that's the good way to solve. It's what the fear part is for me of my depression is I don't want to always feel like this, because I can be alone because I'm used to that, and not be lonely. But everybody needs a companion or something, which I haven't had in a very long time.
But you have family that loves you. You have family that loves you.
The right person to me.
Yeah.
I need a companion because I never, like I said, my relationships were horrible. But
you're gonna have your own show.
Yep.
That's gonna be.
I can't believe it. Thank you, Lord.
That's gonna be your.
But I'm glad you're asking about me because nobody ever asked me in those words directly. Are you depressed? Mm-hmm. I tell the story. Or they hear my voice on the phone, and they'll say, what's the matter? And I'll say, nothing. They said, oh, yes, it is. Because there's...
Are you afraid to say anything?
No.
No, you.
I'm not going to talk about everything with every and anybody.
Yeah, right,
I know
right,
some people
right.
don't give a damn.
Right.
They just want to be nosy.
Right.
You know? But I stay to myself a lot. I have a big family that's dwindling down, seem like so fast. I dread losing anybody else when the phone rings.
But see, that's the thing.
That's part of my depression.
Yeah, you.
I'm so used to feeling dread.
Yeah.
That
you think something's
going
to happen.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for the left shoe to
Yeah.
drop off any minute.
Yes.
That's how I live my life. And people that are best friends and godly say, give it to God. And I'm learning more. My mother left us all with a gift, the gift of knowing the Lord and having faith and hope and trust in God, because she would have never made it if she hadn't, and we wouldn't have made it had she not known God and prayed for us.
Right.
But it is it's a lonely feeling for me when I'm going through something, and I'm in my room alone. Otherwise, it doesn't bother me.
Is it better to call somebody or just you have to go through it?
Sometimes I don't even want to pick up my phone, but I pick it up because these are people that I haven't heard from that I know really care about me.
Yes.
But I could, if I could turn my phone off and not talk to nobody until I'm ready to talk to somebody or got something lively to say instead of always something depressive or, nobody don't want to keep hearing about how depressed you are. Now, those kind of people I don't need in my life because I'm not having a pity party. Something serious is
But you
going
do
on.
have a family that loves you.
I hope so.
Yeah. No, they love you. I read the comments. I'm telling you.
I love them very much.
They, and I'm pretty sure they worry about you, and I'm pretty sure you worry about them.
That's it.
But
I got to stop now because I got more years behind me now than I got left in front of me.
That's not true. You'll probably outlive me. The way I'm going.
I'm not going to live another 70 years.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Even though back in the day, the Bible, you can live.
My wife gets pissed off at me because she said you don't care about yourself. You don't help yourself because I found that out.
Do you go to the doctor?
Yeah,
You don't want to seem like a hypochondriac.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So I started going to the doctors about a year ago because I was always tired. And
Or was it thyroid?
No, I found out I was diabetic. So you're
an actual diabetic.
Yeah.
You did take insulin?
No, I take metformin.
I take metformin, but I don't even need to be on metformin anymore because I went from being pre-diabetic to not being pre-diabetic.
But my problem is I still drink soda.
I like sweets.
I love sweets.
And
I love
French bread.
French bread and sauce.
And gravy.
But the thing is that it's not that I was afraid to go to the doctor or anything. I was lazy.
Lazy.
But now I got high blood pressure. I got
like
cholesterol. I got all this crap, and I still do the wrong thing, and she gets so pissed off at me.
I don't blame her.
Huh?
I don't blame her.
But I'm, like I said,
At least you're gonna make sure you keep every year you get your annual like I do. I get a full checkup.
So what I do is every few months I go get my blood work done.
Yeah, because they give you a CMP.
But see, I could fix myself
if you do stop.
If I do,
certain things.
yeah, my stupid. I love chewing gum.
You do?
And I love it.
It makes me sick.
But the problem is that I love old horror movies like Frankenstein and stuff. So I there's a show on Saturday. Yeah. So there's a show on Saturday night called Svengoolie.
Svengoolie.
Yeah, right, Joe?
You must like the monsters too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love the monsters.
Oh my God.
And I always have to have snacks to watch the show, and she gets all pissed off. But
what do you eat for snacks?
Like potato chips, and I drive her up the wall. I really do.
She's worried about.
So why don't you eat celery?
No, I do. I eat celery. I eat celery. What am I? What am I?
Rabbit.
What am I? A rabbit now?
You eat carrots so you could take the sunglasses off.
No,
you can see.
Do you need glasses to read or anything? You probably don't even know.
I don't even know what the hell is going on. I'm all over the place.
Can't see.
His name is Jose.
Oh, my wife says you can't eat that SHIT. But anyway.
Hello, Lisa. Even though I didn't meet you, I look forward to it.
I've been with her for 40 years. This is our 40-year anniversary.
Wait. She's been with you.
Oh, she's been with me.
Yeah. Let's change it.
But she comes home and tells me about all the kids that go to her that have problems.
I'm glad they got somebody to go to.
But that's weird because when I was growing up, you know, it was like taboo if you don't go to your parents.
Yeah.
So this
what
is
goes
Or
on
your
in this
big
house
cousin.
stays in this house, that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, you ought to go to your, but this is why you need to get out there, and you need to at least.
I mean, this is helping me right now.
It is.
That's good. That's
It's
good.
helping me because I'm expressing myself, and I know I'm able to reach other people and help them too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope I'm helping somebody.
No,
you are.
No, you're helping people. I'm getting comments from what you're doing is the right thing. You're telling people don't be afraid if you have an
be
issue.
afraid because you may save your own life.
Yeah, because it's not only kids but adults. But the thing that bothers me is, like I said early in the show, I don't know if you know about this, Joe, about the girl who committed suicide in Texas. Did you hear about that?
Briefly.
So what happened was she had depression for years, and the mother didn't do nothing about
It's
it.
so sad.
But the mother knew that she was suicidal.
And she didn't do anything?
No,
Oh, that's crazy.
but this is why you need to get out there and talk to every. You need your own platform, and John is going to
Yep.
give you your own platform.
Thank you,
And
John.
No
you're gonna,
problem, no
well,
problem.
Master J, I'm sorry, he gets
John,
mad.
Master
he,
J.
he gets mad at me when I
I
call
can't
him.
believe it. This
Nah.
is a godsend.
Yeah.
Well, remember you
Freestyle
said
in the background.
what?
She got like freestyle and disco music. So
No, we're not. No disco, please.
No, disco. When I say the word disco, people laugh. They're like discotheque. Remember we used to go to
Yeah.
discotheques?
You know what?
Let's go.
I love music, and when I get home from work, I don't watch TV. I listen to music, and I was listening to Jackie Wilson.
Oh, I
today.
love Jackie Wilson.
Well, to me, he's the greatest singer of all time,
Oh,
and I didn't know that he passed away at 45 years old.
oh, from what?
I asked Alexa. I forgot what.
You know what I watch all the time, and it soothes me. And you're gonna find this crazy. And a person that calls me a lot, they hear it in the background all the time. They was like, "Damn, is because I love Leon that played damn it, I can't think of other shows he's been in, but I
Soul
love
Train?
No, he's playing. It's the Temptation story, the Temptations.
Oh.
Yeah.
And all the stuff I found out about what happened to them. One killed himself. One died of lung cancer.
The Temptations?
On the Temptations.
Really?
Leon
there's
played
there's
David
only
Ruffin.
one left, original.
Really?
The Otis, it's called. I think it's Otis Williams. And Leon came home he was a crack addict, and he came home off a tour because he used to miss rehearsal and everything a lot. He came off a tour with a suitcase full of money. And they showed the car pushing him out the car, and he's just rolling on the ground. And it took a week for them at the morgue to find out who he was. He was one of the Temptations, David Ruffin.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
David Ruffin. That's how he passed away?
Yes. And Eddie
What
Kendricks,
becomes of a broken heart?
And Eddie Kendricks passed away from lung cancer.
Let me tell you something. The Temptations,
I look at it.
they have that one song, Ball of Confusion.
Yes.
I love the beginning
every time
of
my
that.
friend calls me, sometimes I'm tight. I turn it down because I watch it so much. It just does something for me.
But music, to me, music is like a stimulant.
No, music clears your soul.
It clears your
Yeah,
soul,
no.
but it's also the 5 heartbeats.
I used to watch them too.
That's what Patricia's saying. The
Oh
5
yeah, I know them too.
But so if you listen to music, does that help you?
Well, see, I'm the kind of person that I can't lay in the dark, and I can't sleep hardly during the day. Only reason I go to sleep if I take a nap during the day, if I take that medication, and it makes me feel a little calm. But I just look at this show so much that the person said to me, "I'm surprised Leon has not walked out the screen on the TV." And
Oh, really?
Yes, because there's something about the old songs, the Motown hits, that just do something for me. And David Ruffin, he gave them such a hard time in the Temptations. He ended up.
But he was great.
I think out of all the Temptations,
Yeah.
he ended up. He missed rehearsals. He could sing his behind off, and he got fired from the Temptations. and he used to do a lot of drugs, cocaine.
Yeah.
And he just basically took over and got up on the stage one day when they was singing, right in beat, fell right in beat, wasn't even supposed to be there, and he announced himself as David Ruffin and the Temptations when he was supposed to be.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, he should have.
I love music.
He
I
really
think,
should have been the head leader, or singer, because he blew people away.
but I think music helps. Like my cousin's saying, since his wife passed away, he goes to karaoke 3 nights a week.
Oh, he gets up there and sings.
And he can. Well, he's hit. I think music helps. A lot of people. It helps
It all
me
depends
because
on what kind of music you're listening to.
I was listening to Jackie Wilson before.
Jackie Wilson.
And Joe, who's part of the show, he's on the phone now because he's away. He has a station called Italian House Party, so he plays Italian music all the time. So I always tell him play Jimmy Roselli because I love that kind of music. I love all kinds of music except for the disco, whatever he plays. Freestyle. I'm not into.
Cue it up.
No, don't cue it up. If you cue it up, they take us off Facebook. You know that?
For real?
Yeah, that's copyrighted.
Copyright.
Died from following complications from a massive heart attack.
Who did?
Of pneumonia.
Who
Jackie
did?
Wilson.
Jackie Wilson had a heart
Really?
attack.
Wow.
He was 45, right, Joe? Says he was 45.
Correct.
I love him.
I do too.
I think he.
You know who I like too? Little Richie. He's funny.
I met him.
You did?
You know what he did to me?
What? Kiss?
So no,
He pulled his hair.
no. So I'm an autograph seeker. I used to. I would go to like Westbury Music Fair, get autographs there, and he was there one night, and he got into his limo, and he stopped in front of us. So I thought he was going to sign autographs. So the window was down. I put the 8x10 in the window, and he shut the window on me.
What?
And I'm driving up the road, and finally he let me go. I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Did he sign it?
No,
That's messed up.
no,
That's really messed.
I know. I mean, I could tell you stories about autographs.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, you want to hear something really wacky?
Yeah.
I'll make you laugh.
Okay.
So Julio Iglesias was there. Okay.
Wait a minute. All right, go ahead.
No, but I don't go to the shows.
Okay.
I go
Is that
there.
the guy that's gay?
No.
No. That's well, Enrique's his son, right? I don't know. Is he gay?
He's gay.
Well, whatever. I don't know him, but the father. So I went to go get
I
Julio
think
Iglesias.
Diana Ross went out with Julio Iglesias.
Everybody went out with Julio Iglesias. I guess.
He was a nice
not
looking-
me, that's for sure. But so Julio Iglesias was at Westbury Music Fair. So I always go there like about half hour before the show's over.
Okay.
So I got there. I set up. I go in the backstage. There's a back door where they get into the car. And there must have been about 200 people waiting for him. I said, shit, and I always read saying that, he's one of the toughest autographs to get.
Really?
He is one of,
Is he still living?
if he's not, I got his autograph. But
You finally got
wait a minute, I'm going to tell you how it happened. So he gets out. Everybody started cheering because he's waving. He gets into the car. I'm like, damn, he's not going to sign. But there was these 2 Spanish women that were in front of me. They said something to him. He gets out of the car and he gives them a big hug, right? He gives the 2 women a big hug, and at the same time, I slip
The paper in
the
between?
8x10 under there. He's not paying attention. I put the Sharpie in his hand. He's not paying attention. He's talking to the women, signing my
Oh, get
8x10. And then I slowly take the 8x10 out, slowly take the pen out. He gets in the car and goes. I thought I was going to get killed that night.
Why?
Because people are saying, you weren't at the show and you got an autograph. I had to run in my car.
And the way you got it,
It was
he
great.
wasn't even paying attention
No.
to you.
That's what you call an experienced autograph hound.
Yeah.
But that stimulates me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a stalker.
Now, how many pairs of underwear and bra did you get off the stage?
No, you know who that
You
was?
threw yours on
Serious.
stage too?
I went to go see Marvin Gaye and Barry White.
Okay.
And they were throwing underwears on the. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Like slingshots.
Yeah, they were throwing, and I didn't know what Barry White looked
stop.
like. No, I
Oh, you
swear.
should have threw your tighty whities up there. That would have been hilarious.
But I love music. I saw Ray Charles at
I was
West
just
Bend
watching
Music
this
Fair.
movie last night.
Love him.
Jamie Foxx did a wonderful job
Awesome.
with that
Yes, he
movie.
did.
But I saw him live. The best.
He was one of the best. They say he was one of the most. He
He
sold
was-
out the most. I don't know, arenas. In R&B history.
Yeah.
I remember when they banned him from Georgia because he wouldn't play in front of a segregated audience. He was
Right.
on his way in, and the guy kept saying they won't even let us come in because. And he thought about it and turned right around and left.
Well,
And they banned him from it, but they ended up apologizing
Oh,
to
really?
him years later,
Well,
and giving him a plaque.
I would go to West Bend Music Fair for so many shows, and the best show I saw
Patti
there.
LaBelle.
I met her. She signed my 8x10. And I love him to death, and I always tell Joe to play him. I don't know if you know him. His name is Jimmy Roselli. So I saw him there, and I'm telling you, the man could sing.
Really?
And Jack
He
Jones
wasn't a
opened.
good listener, though.
What? Yeah.
He wasn't a good listener.
No, he wasn't a good listener. He
Why
had a
is it?
big fight with Frank Sinatra.
What?
Frank Sinatra asked him to play at his mother's birthday party.
He had a fight for that?
Yeah. Is that true, Joe? Didn't he have a?
Yeah, he did not. Yeah, Frank wanted him to play for his mother. His
Yeah,
mother
yeah.
was Jimmy Roselli better than Frank.
Yeah.
And they fought over
Yeah.
And he didn't. He
They
didn't
didn't
play.
talk. They didn't-
Well, he didn't play, and
He-
then
they didn't talk.
move forward.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's it. You know, but
Would you happen to have a rubber band?
I don't know. Do you have a rubber band over there? No. Your hair looks good.
No,
Don't
it's
worry.
coming loose, my braid, but that's okay.
That's all right. You look good.
Thank
So, listen. This is. I'm so happy you came,
Thank you.
and I'm so happy you're having a good time.
I am.
But you need to get out there.
I am.
You need to get out there. You need to go
Well,
to the
thanks
schools.
to you guys. Thanks the Lord. Thank you, Lord.
See, you never know when you meet me.
Yeah.
Now what? My wife's
God's
going to say
plan.
you're full of, you're full of yourself. She always tells me I'm full of myself, but it's true. Wherever I
Well, tell
go.
her about the time when those old ladies were chasing
Oh
you
yeah,
around.
yeah.
Old ladies.
So
What you
so
consider old,
Yeah.
first of all?
you're not old, believe me. These women were older.
than him.
What about 100?
They're close. we went to Sam's Club, and this is when Joe
Where's
started.
that at?
It's out in Medford. We
Okay.
go all the way. We love to go to places. So we're out in Sam's Club, and Joe just started his Italian house party show, and I was helping him out. And of course, I always have to open up my big mouth during his show. I felt bad because I was always talking over him. I love you, Joe. So we're out there, we're walking around, and these two ladies were following me. So my wife goes
They
into.
thought you were a star.
I'm no star.
Maybe they thought you were.
Yeah, right. So they come up to me and they say, so and so, are you on the radio? We heard you in so and so. I said, yeah, Italian house party. All of a sudden, they knew who the Italian house party was.
Okay.
And then one of the ladies like, I thought that guy was dead. I said, yeah, he passed away, but Joe took over it. And so my wife is in the other section. I think she was getting a lettuce or something. She was in the refrigerator. She walks out and she sees these two old ladies following me. They were
They were
following me.
actually following
Yes.
you.
They were
You
following
had to
me.
give them autographs.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes.
They thought you were famous.
I don't know why.
Maybe the hair.
There you go.
You see?
There you go. But it's wacky things like that. And listen, I enjoy doing what we're doing. I love John to death. I love Joe to death.
Well, I enjoy being here with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of courage to come here and speak about what you're going through, because not many people would do that. Not many people would do that. And you did it in such a way that you're not afraid to say whatever's on your mind.
If you can't tell the truth, don't say nothing.
That's right. So now, what is your plans for the weekend? What do you do on the weekend?
To be honest with you, I don't never plan anything.
Well, she got something to plan now. She got to plan her shows.
Yeah, you got playing your shows.
Oh wow, that quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna put you on.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You got to plan what you want to, we'll talk off the air.
Believe me, I probably, one thing I'm going to say before I leave is I never say, I stop saying, I don't like to say bye, because when I say bye in my life, it's been real literally, I don't see them no more, they're gone.
You ain't going anywhere.
I'm saying they passed.
Oh.
So I say to them, please don't. Sometimes I got to catch myself because it's a common way to say bye.
Yeah.
And I say, please don't say bye, because every time I have said bye to somebody, they end up dying. So,
I'm not ready to go yet.
No, so I always say see you later or see you. And I don't like to say anymore, I love you to death. I say, love you for life.
Okay. See, Harry, don't worry. I'll get you an autograph. Harry wants an autograph.
From who?
From me. And then my wife. And then see, this is one. My wife. She says,
What?
she thought you were famous because you told her you were. See what I gotta go through?
You didn't do that, did you?
What?
You didn't tell them women that you.
No, but it was funny because when I told that one woman about the Italian house party, she's like, "That guy's dead." I said, "Yeah, but he took." I'm like, "But he took it over."
How'd she know he was dead? She must listen to him.
No, she listened to him all the time.
Oh my God.
So Joe took over. Joe, explain this story, Joe.
Maybe she thought you was the.
Yeah, so I met
So
John.
listen to
John
this.
was on the radio for over 30 years. He had this show started up in Connecticut and ended up here on Long Island at Airport Plaza in Farmingdale. And I met him in about 2015. I joined his show. I just went up there to talk about what I do in the community. And he said, can you come here every Sunday? So my wife's like, take him every day. So needless to say, I was up there every Sunday with him, and I didn't know the board or anything, but it was his show, but I helped answer the phones, bring people on. And then COVID hit and the show kind of died. And we did a couple of Facebooks and Instagrams, and I went up to Connecticut and did some stuff with him, but it wasn't easy. And then they wanted him to come back. He wasn't well enough to really drive. He started onset of dementia. So he had said to me, why don't you go learn how to work the board and go back to Airport Plaza and tell them that I'll call in. And they wanted nothing to do with it. So at that point, I should have jumped on it and said, let me go take classes or whatever. But it was probably a year later, because I started shaving my head for St. Baldrick's when I met Joe Manfredi. And he said to me, why don't you come take a class at SUNY Old Westbury? And then he said, if you can't take a class, because it was a year later, he said, why don't you sit in on a radio show? So that's what I ended up doing for almost 2 years. I invited Ralph probably about a year ago now, right, Ralph?
Yes.
Little over a year ago that I invited Ralph, because I saw Ralph in October or November or something, and then brought you on. And then last January, we started the Italian house party. But John had passed 2 years ago, but he always wanted me to do it, so I'm doing it.
And you're doing a good job.
Good.
He's doing a good job.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's fun. And then that's how, so I met John. John was on Facebook doing freestyle, and I got him, listening to him, and then I had my friends listening. And I had no idea that John lived right next door to my aunt in Glen Cove.
Yeah.
So I said to him, he goes, why don't you come up? Come on. And I'm like, well, where are you? He goes, I'm in Glen Cove. I go, where? He goes, First Farm Road. I go, holy crap, my aunt lives right next door to you. So then John and I became friends. I've known Ralph forever, but, it's all good. And then we were going to do something at SUNY, but it didn't work out. And here we are. Good stuff.
Good for you.
Jane Ralph's house.
Jane Rouse House.
Jane Ralph's house. And what'd you call her show?
That was great, but he said
What's her show?
Eight
Is enough.
8 is enough. There you go.
Enough.
You already got the title picked out.
Yeah, I will play.
So I want to make sure everybody knows that she's going to have her own show here
Yep.
talking about
Everything.
everything.
Yep.
Everything.
And telling the truth.
That's right.
And then everybody's going to download the app,
Yep.
Jane Rouse House, and we're going to give her a time slot. We're going to introduce it. And, we're going to take it from there,
Thank you
Yeah,
so
it's
much.
going to be
Yeah,
good.
it's gonna be
and
good.
And I think it's going to be good for you. Maybe
It'll keep me occupied.
yeah, it'll help you.
Yeah.
And during the week, you write down your show, what you're going to do. Because every day, and I don't know how John
What is
is.
it, like once a week? Every Wednesday? Every Friday?
No, well, we're going to give you your own time slot.
We're going to get you. We're going to get you.
Either it's going to be maybe a Saturday evening, or
Yeah.
we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about
off air.
I don't
But-
go to the discotheque anymore, so I'm available.
Oh, okay. But like I think about, and probably Joe does too. I think about all week what we're gonna, what guests we're gonna have on, what we're gonna do. I always tell John, we're gonna have this person on and stuff. And then I think the whole week I'm thinking about
What you're gonna talk about.
what I'm gonna talk about, what to say, what questions. And I know Joe does the same thing. Joe prepares his
Now
show.
instead of worrying, I'll be thinking about that stuff.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
We want you to get the word out.
Good.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you need
And
to
I
get the word
will.
out. It's and you know what? It's good for people to listen.
And I have a lot to say. I have a lot of other things to talk about that are very serious.
No, that's good.
That's good. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, and then next week we got another guest. You know who's coming?
Cool.
Ben Brenner.
Oh,
Who's
okay.
that?
So he is a graduate of last year. Is that correct? He's in college right now and he's going for broadcasting.
Oh, yeah, Brent.
Oh, wasn't you talking about that a
Yeah,
little
he's a
while ago?
student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I invited him on the show next week to bring him on and see about
That's
school
good.
and broadcasting and
That's
stuff.
good.
And then the week after, I got Jim Caliglione, who owns
Poop. Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo. So we're going to talk a lot of
I have to watch
yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
but it's,
No, the Poop. He's the one that picks up the dog.
Yeah,
Oh,
poop.
the
they pick up-
Pooper Scooper?
yeah.
Oh, never mind.
They're going to talk a lot of shit next week.
Yeah, literally.
But I have so many people that
Literally.
want to. I have so many people that want to come on.
That's great.
And I love the show. I love John. I love
Yep.
Joe. I'm so proud of what we're doing and what we're accomplishing.
And you will learn to love me.
Yeah.
I love you already. What are you talking about? I love you
Thank
already.
you. I love you guys.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
so happy that you came in and expressed and talked. You weren't afraid to say anything, to be honest with you.
Thank you.
But you talked about things that going on in your life, and hopefully people will pick it up. But that's going to be a part of your show now. Your show will be about, I guess, everything.
Yes, every and anything.
Yeah. But you also talk about fentanyl abuse, correct?
I just lost my niece and nephew back to back to fentanyl.
Fentanyl. So you talk about
And I
that.
had a niece not too long ago that OD'd. She died. They actually brought her back.
Mm.
Because you got people out there. People think an addict. They don't realize that the person that's dealing the drug is addicted to that. And it's all about the Benjamins for them. And I know plenty people, without putting any names out there, that have sold to people now that have passed away that had fentanyl in it or rat poison. And people don't care about life today. They just care about money.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the one thing is, they're like, oh, I go to this certain person and I know they would never. But how do you know if that person who they got it from, they didn't switch up and get it from somebody else?
Yeah.
But
You're
it's
taking
such a bad
chance with your
addiction,
life.
right?
It's a bad. The only way you can come back from that, because when my mother had cancer, I used to have to put the patch on, but you could not let that get on your skin.
But what do they use for
if-
fentanyl?
if it
What
got-
is that?
if-
Why does that drug exist?
It's severe pain. Like my mother had cancer.
Right.
It's to help with the pain.
But why are these people taking it and dying? What are they?
It's an opioid that shouldn't really be taken, but because they want to reach another level of high,
Right.
they take it. But I'm telling you, if you don't wear gloves and it gets on your hand, it goes into your skin, and you can OD off it just touching.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
It's supposed to
I've
be
lost
prescribed,
family
not
members
taken.
to it.
Right.
Yeah, you got to have gloves. You can't let it
Yeah.
touch your skin because it absorbs into even this is a part
My
of your skin.
God.
Yes, I've lost family members recently to it.
So we just want to let everybody know that we're going to have a new show on.
Yep.
We're gonna. I guess John will work out all the.
Yeah, we'll work out all the
details.
details. We're going to work off air and about the details. We'll announce it, and we're going to be starting up, and hopefully everybody get everybody listening to the show and grow.
How long you want to do it for, an hour or 2 hours? What do you want to do?
With everything I got to say, I'll need 2 hours. I can't say everything.
No, but you want to make sure you want every show. You could do 1 hour each week,
Yeah.
and you probably could talk forever.
Yeah.
And you can have guests on.
Yes.
Can she has guests on?
Yeah,
John?
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
figure
it
everything
goes
out.
1 hour, 2 hours, whatever. Because whatever I got to say, I mean, I could say it in an hour, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to not to move around too much and talk about too many different things.
Remember what you told me in the bank, right?
What did I tell you?
You wanted your own podcast.
Oh my God! Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I did say that. That's what I first said to you. Once you said that you had to put money in the kind of money you got to have, I said, "Oh, well,
Yeah, you gotta-
I said, "Oh, well, that's out the door." You said, "Well, I got a podcast,"
Yeah.
and you said if I had you said I have a podcast. If I put you on, what would you talk about? And as soon as I said mental illness, you said, "I'm booking you right now for
Yeah.
January 2nd."
There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
That's
And
how
thank
things
you
work.
so much.
That's how things work. No,
That's how God works.
I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate Joe. I appreciate John or Master J. I know, but I'm happy that you were here.
Yeah.
I'm happy everything is going to work out for you.
Thank you.
Your
This is
I think
my year.
your message will get out, and I think it's very important for Master J / John that you're here, and you're going to talk about things that actually John deals with every day, and same with my wife, you know, because they're with kids, they're around kids all
Oh
all
yeah.
the time.
No.
So I think that's close to your heart too.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
of course.
You know
Lisa.
what?
Of course. Of course.
I wasn't going to bring this up because if y'all are being so kind to give me my own podcast with you guys, I have a big issue with the statutation, limited statutation running out for people who were molested. And I have a issue with the way people deal with other people's grief and the comments and negative things they say when they have no idea of what it's like. You never stop grieving. You can't prepare for death because even if a person is dying from, when they die, the saddest part for me that I had to deal with after seeing so many of my family members die is watching the. It's like for some reason, long as they're above ground, even though they're dead and they're in the casket waiting to be buried, as long as they're above ground, you feel like they're still here.
Yeah.
And the minute you see that thing go down, and I said after my mother, I didn't want to ever see that again. That like to kill me, and I've lost plenty family members since then. I couldn't even go to my brother's burial. I couldn't go to my nephews. I couldn't go to my nieces. I don't ever want to see that again. And my brother, he could sing very well. He sung it. I started a GoFundMe because he had nothing I got insurance. I jumped on. I'm like that. I take care of business right away especially when I'm helping people. And I got him to Arizona. That was the last thing I had to do. God let me do. I started a GoFundMe, and I took him to Arizona, the state cancer center, the best in the world. And they have these things called markers, and that's what they do their trials by. You got to have certain markers in your cancer cells. He had none of them. I took him to the best hospital in Manhattan before I did all that, but that was the final thing I did. I walked with him through the whole cancer ordeal. And if my mother had been living, that was her. She had two sons. My brother died of HIV complications, and that was her baby son. He nothing he wouldn't do for my mother. I think that would have killed my mother because my mother died at 92, and had she never had cancer, I think she would still be living here.
How old was your mother?
92.
She was 92 when she passed away?
But I said all that to say I have an issue and I'll get into that when I get my own podcast, with how dare you put a statute of limitations on rape or people who have been molested. That's been went into my family. A sister tried to kill herself by a famous person who's a singer, their father. She did an interview that put a cease and desist letter on that they can't talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
She did a live telephone interview. That's still up. That's still on the air. They can't take that off, but they
It's your show, so you bring
Yeah.
up what you want to bring up.
Yes, okay.
And don't forget,
And it kills me because
we own the rights to it. So whatever you say, I mean,
Well, just we'll
I
get
just
into all
don't
that.
want-
Yeah, we'll
stuff.
get into all that.
Yeah,
That
we'll
stuff
get into
after.
all
Yeah,
that.
well,
but I
yeah.
said that to say that's one thing I want to talk about, because to this day, no child of 8 years old up until 13, pregnant 3 times by this man. He's walking around rich and famous with his famous singer daughter. And I tried to call. She didn't tell nobody for many years. She's tried to kill herself. She became a crackhead, cocaine. She drank every day, but she managed to graduate. She's been in a therapist's office since she was 8. They know her whole story. She did it live on this show that I'm talking about. And when she finally told me about it, it had happened maybe like 30 years ago. And I called the police. I called the department to see if she can get help, get something done about this. Get this person arrested. And they said to me, sorry, but
Patricia said you shouldn't be talking about it.
I can talk about it. I'm not saying any names.
Yeah.
But anyway, they said the statute of limitations has ran out. And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about someone in my family, but I also know other people where the statute of limitations has ran out. And when I know what my sister went through, that's why I need to be talking about it. When I know what my sister went through, and still sometimes even going through, but she's gotten better ever since she did the talk show. And it's probably still up on the air, but they can't talk about it anymore. And this person, they're living their life, and my sister's life has been hell. Like hell on earth.
You have to meet your maker.
Yeah, hell on earth. And I pray God vindicates her in a big way, because that's not the first time he had done that. You have to have been doing that all along to somebody else. And the only reason nobody won't come and step up is because of who they are. And I called, then I seen a commercial on, I don't know if you want to call it infomercial or whatever, on television. And I got so excited once I found out, the statute of limitations ran out, because it was so long ago. And they had up there, if you have been sexually assaulted, no matter what age, how long ago, call this number. I want to say to those people, don't put that advertisement up there like that, because I called in thinking that, she has a chance and some hope here. They telling me it only applies to clergy, popes, priests, and stuff that rape boys, little boys.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, that really hurt me.
You called that number?
I called the number, and I spoke to somebody. And I started telling them a little bit about the story, but I was going to let my sister tell her own story. And then they said, we're going to call you back. And then when the girl calls me back, she tells me, that's only in reference to clergy. Like the Pope, the priest, the ones that's raping the little boys and stuff, and little girls. I said the statute of limitations should never run out on that. Because these people are suffering in silence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're dying inside. If he passed, I don't wish bad luck on none of them, the ones involved. But if he passed away, that wouldn't be good enough. He needs to be behind bars and pay for what he did. And I don't care if they're listening. I'm not saying any names. They know who they are. And the person I'm talking about know who I'm talking about. And I love my family. And I said I wasn't going to bring that up, but before I leave and get off the air, that's something that bothers me about what happened to her. That still bothers me. And even though she finally, after 50 years, 40 years, she's 50-something, early 50s, she got it out and got it on the air. She got thousands of views and comments. Some were negative, thinking she was just doing it trying to get money. When my sister has suffered, there's nothing I've been through in my life that caused me the greatest pain could compare to what was done to her. And then for them to put up on the screen, call this number, no matter what age you were, how long ago it happened. And then the lady gets back on the phone and says to me, I'm sorry, after I give a part of the story, I'm going to call you back, and tells me, I'm sorry to tell you, but that only applies for clergy. Clergy, what about the people that are still suffering, that that either didn't tell their story or didn't come forth because of who the person was, or because they were afraid or ashamed? And I know that's not something that a pedophile will do just one time. That's something they've been doing.
But look what's going. It's so much sexual assault. Now look
it's terrible.
Look what P. Diddy or whatever the hell his name is.
Look at R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, another one. Yeah, these. You know, they just because of who they are, they think they're the God Almighty.
And I don't see how P. Diddy got off getting 4 years. I don't give a damn. All this.
Did you see what he did?
I mean, first of all, it's not funny. 1,000 balls, a baby oil.
Yeah. But did you actually hear what he did?
Well, R. Kelly?
Both of them.
First of all...
They're psychopaths.
First of all, I don't understand...
You don't treat a woman like that.
You don't treat anybody like that.
Yeah, especially,
first of all,
especially women that are vulnerable because you're a star.
But they said that... Because I looked at YouTube a couple of times and I listened to some of the stuff because... what's his name? 50 Cent got on there. He didn't care what he said. Him and Puffy don't get along.
Well, he did a show about.
He did a show about them. He said he know
a
lot, and they know. And Cat Williams said he knows a lot. And Cat Williams said that Harvey Weinstein walked into a room full of men at P. Diddy's house, and the first thing he asked him is, "Can I suck your thing?" In front of all the people. But these are grown people.
Yeah.
They say
look at Mark just said, what about Harvey Weinstein?
That's Harvey Weinstein.
Another asshole.
Then he has this book with all the names in it. They're trying to get it or something.
Oh, with the guy that hung himself.
What was his name? I thought that was Harvey Weinstein.
No, Harvey Weinstein. Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein is the one with the book. Harvey Weinstein is the movie producer that you know, like raped all those women that were in his movies.
But see, the difference between rape is rape, molestation is molestation. Like I said, there should be no statute of limitations on that, because these people have to live with this for the rest of their life, whether they tell their story or not.
But you know what the problem is, and I know this sounds bad, money talks.
I know.
Money talks.
I don't understand how P. Diddy...
Look at P. Diddy.
I don't
4
understand how
years.
he got 4 years and R. Kelly got 30.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff R. Kelly did, I mean, it was...
But let me tell you something. When P. Diddy gets out, they might...
I don't think they're going to do... They say he's like untouchable. They say...
Really?
They say he got Biggie's...
He killed Tupac.
They said that he killed Tupac. They said he wanted to kill Suge Knight. They said Suge Knight was one of the most...
Suge Knight's in prison for 30 years.
I thought he got life. Well, some like
that,
in some prisons you got it 20 after 25.
The Me Too movement, that's what it is. The Me Too movement.
I just think it's terrible.
Well,
I'm not trying to put anybody's business out there, but I had to say that.
You're gonna have your own platform, so.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
So much.
Well, guys, on that note, we are out of here. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And
thank you, everyone, for tuning in and listening to me. And I hope you enjoyed the show. And I look forward to working with these guys. This is truly a blessing. And I hope I was able to help, even if just one person out there.
Amen. Yep, that's it. You know, so guys, look for big and better things for the 2026 year. We're going to be growing, hopefully, and we got bigger things coming and a lot of stuff happening for the station. So please download the app. It's JAY Rouse House. It's on iPhones and Androids. You could download the app. You can listen in. The shows get aired. They go right up. You can listen to them on the app. And also, we're gonna start the Facebook.
They can look at it on YouTube, right?
Yes, we got the YouTube channel
Facebook
Live, YouTube channel, everywhere. So and
you're gonna be on YouTube.
So on that note, guys, we are out of here. We love you guys.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody. God bless. Yep, and hope everybody tunes in next week. We got another show coming up, and
thank you, Harry. Harry said, "Great show." Thank you.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you
for all those
who
called and for all those comments and all those who are listening. God bless.
God bless everybody. Happy New Year. We out of here. We love you guys.
That was great. That was great. Thank you so much.